Hello everyone, I'm Dark Wolf now, and welcome back to Marissy's mod.
That's pretty scary.
So, really quickly going to tell you that what happened. So I found this mod, or while I was doing another mod, I actually got this little thing. Luckily it stopped me because the mod wasn't really complete and didn't work. But in this mod, this is one more time we come with Marissy. Marissy has been feeling exhausted, had been terrible nightmares, and she is just not herself. So we had to ask her what was wrong. She told us she got nightmares of a past thing that happened, something horrible happened to her, and probably her memories that breaking down real quick. Now my character came up with the idea to go to Rihanna. So that's why we are here. Sorry that I couldn't show you that because I've already been here. Did I do this quest? Really? I didn't even remember that. So I'm here in front of Rihanna's workshop, and I hope so that this is the last quest with you. I've done viewing mods for you. I've done 12 episodes on you. Just for little fucking stupid thingies that was inside the mod. So I actually like this a little bit. So let's go inside. Marissy will be naked just one more time. So let's talk with Rihanna.
Oh, hello again.
Hello. Again.
Back again, I see. Can't seem to stay away after all.
Time for you to go.
What does that mean? Marissy is having some troubles, nightmares about her past.
I can't say I'm surprised after reading that journal.
When did I...
But what do you want me to do about it? I've done all I can with mnemonic magics.
My hands are bugged. When did I give you that journal?
You need to leave.
Sorry about all there, he's been doing that for a long time. Are you sure there's nothing you can do?
I'm sorry, but... No. Wait, there may be something. I need to go to the library. Wait for me here.
You need to leave.
Oh, no, that won't do.
You need to leave.
Can't think of a name for her bow. Can you help her?
Aha, found it.
Time for
This spell is deceptive. It seems simple, but there's a ton going on that you'll never see from the outside.
you to leave.
Basically, you're going to walk in her dreams. Honestly, I don't know the level of influence you'll have there, since it's her dream. You should at least be able to correct enough.
Time for you to go.
Maybe, but it's all we've got right now. So unless you have a better idea you'd like to share, go lay next to her and hold her hand so I can begin.
Okay, so we're going to do this now. So we're going to pass through the nightmare of Marissy. Now here we go. You and Marissy both lay on the bed. She looks unsure, but you nod to her with confidence, taking her hand gently. Ah, so sweet. Rihanna starts chanting and suddenly drifts away in a darkness of sleep. Now, I know all the right answers. I don't know what happens if you do the wrong ones, but I'm going to do everything right. So, let's go for this. Let's fall asleep. The hazy wash of colors filling your mind slowly takes on shape. An expanse of deserts fills your view, with smoke pouring into the skies from a burning village below. The sun has sunk low in the sky, casting its red light across the sand, making the very desert appear to weep blood at the massacre it is forced to witness. That's the third time I do that word wrong. Massacre. You start down the frigid dune into the village. Feeling yourself unusual weakened, you realize that you cannot use all of the abilities in such place. Only those which are appropriate to where you are. Smoke, fire, and ash choke the small village. What few elves you encountered are easily dispatched, bursting into clouds of smoke and drifting away on the chilling wind as you search for additional signs of life. What few you find are badly burned. You cannot see their face clearly, and they ignore you and your efforts. If not forced to stand or walk, you struggle to make them run away. Still, most of them start hiding in the ruins again after walking a few steps. You proceed into the palace. You find yourself facing a doorway further inside. The whole wall is crackling with fire and ready to fall. Let's use magic. Decided to work with an abnormal temperature, you summon a blast of ice, clearing a path through the flames. You aren't able to stop a beam from collapsing, but after extinguishing that as well, it presents no real obstacle. Now normally that would have fallen onto me, so that's something. Now let's go from, as the ash settles, you are able to hear a shriek from the floor above. You look up, you see a young khajiit girl and a much older khajiit attempting to help her find safety. Once you get closer, you recognize Marisi and Shahara. Marisi is the only one whose face appears clearly and in detail, though you somehow cannot decide for sure. Is it her current or former Sutai Rash look? Don't know if I say it right. You're able to lead them outside and point them into the direction of the other refuge. Even as you speak, a killing squad arrives into intent upon ensuring that there are no survivors. All you have to do is hold them off for a bit. Now we can either play it safe or confront them. Now, play it safe will do the job, but it will damage you. What you don't want, because there's something happening later on. Really quick notification on that. Now, we're going to confront them. Now, this is the point in the story where I'm going to tell you we are being the traitor. We're helping everyone escape. We have, so for the rest of the safety of the clan. But we did kill a lot of people. Now, it seems that this point on the traitor actually goes into the fight and try to confront everyone. Like all we know, the traitor has been killed himself, as far as I know. So let's just confront everyone and do the honorable thing. Implement of war in hand, fire in your soul, and death in your eyes. You advance into the upcoming storm with a war cry that would surely stagger even the strongest orc. You become a whirlwind of destruction, quickly felling the vanguard troops and moving to the mage and archers in the back. Look around. As Marisi's crest, the nearest dune, the familiar wash of color, our feeling of flying returns to you. As you wait for the world to solidify it again, you wonder idly if this is what Skooma is like. You are drawn from your thoughts by the acrid sense of blood, rot, and mildew. You find yourself in a cage, staring out across a torture lab, not unlike the one you recently confronted Ishul in. The familiar chill is much worse here than in the desert, and the stones themselves seem to be made from blood and darkness. There is a terrible shriek from just outside, one you are becoming more familiar with all the time. That is Marisi's shriek. So let's break the lock. Now you can pick it, but I don't know what happened there, so I'm not going to choose it. I'm going to do this one because it's the better option. Now you take note that the cage is so small that you couldn't stretch out in it if you tried. which gives you an idea. You brace your back against the rear of the cage and your feet directly above and below the lock and clasp. Lock and clasp. You give it your all, straining against the steel. After a few moments, the weakness part of the mechanism buckles under the weight and the door swings freely open. Now, let's proceed. You proceed to the door, carefully peeking through the keyhole. Issue stands at the far end of the hall, with a sadistic smirk on her face. One hellhound is chewing on something in a corner, and the other is preparing the attack to attack Marisi. Now, in the book, the journal, what it has said, it did tell us about the fight that we had, or Marisi had, the choice that Marisi had to make. So that either her mother or her little brother to choose from. Now, in the book, both of them die. Now, I think the mother got killed. Well, Marisi tries to say, the hellhound went. Marisi had chosen for her brother, pinning down the dog and taking it down. Then she ran over to her mother, who was by that point already dead, but was not chewed on. She picked out that wolf, and when she then realized that the other hellhounds had caught her back up, and it had eaten her brother. Now, I think that is the pile that hellhound's chewing on, but the other hellhound stood up and attacked Marisi. With some force, and I think Marisi got attacked by it, and got badly wounded. So she wasn't able to save her brother, and she got mutilated and everything. And to save, that was the little point of Isil to make her change herself. Now, for this choice, you can discard it, but that would keep continuing the journal. Now we are going to attack it. Now let's go attack it. You decide to play by your strength. You throw open the door and tackle the mud. You scream for Marisi to run as you wrestle it to the ground and hold it in such a way that it cannot harm you. Marisi obeys and bolts into the torture room beyond as the world falls to pieces around you. So now we have altered the journal by saving Marisi to be hurt, in which Isil used as a saying from, oh, you did save your brother, don't worry, but you are badly wounded, he's badly wounded, I can turn you into this so we can save him. Now that is still going to work, but we did save her from the hellhound. So let's go concentrate, because the world cannot control it again. The world takes on the form of a new torture chamber this time. You can hear Isil's lying her way to her end game with the honeyed words, promise to save Marisi's sibling as she submits to her magic. There's nothing you can do this time, however, as Marisi's readily agrees to everything Isil asks. As the insult begins, she lets out a howl of pain you never heard the like of before. Now this one is, there is no other option for this. You gotta help her. Now, let's do that by carefully casting several magic healing spells in quick succession. You're able to dull the pain a bit. It's not much, but she's not nearly as loud as she was before. Now, we actually helped her ease the pain of this magic. As we know, Isil's magic was really painful for her. But now it is actually a little bit easy for her, so we alternate to her memories again. The memories that has been a little bit shattered and been put away. Now, let's dissolve real quick. Now, wonderful smells reach you before you're able to see clearly. But you're able to make out a banquet hall as it comes into focus. You immediately note that you have no control over your body. But you are able to look about. As a much more familiar version of Marisi hangs on your arm as the body you inhabit descends a long flight of stairs. Isil waits below a small figure beside her, hidden beneath a cloak. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you feel yourself regain control. You remember this from the journal. You must act quickly. Now, this inside of the journal is when Marisi gets reunited with her brother after the magic transformation. And she looks like Marisi as she does now. And she's going to see that her brother is still a fucking zombie and everything and decays before her eyes and whatever. So let's go with what items there are. Now, you have decry a seal, what is a lie of say to everyone that she's a monster and created everything and whatever. What doesn't work for you. They will laugh at you and just take you away. Now, for the ones that want to know who we are now, we are the Black Knight that's bringing Marisi down the stairs in the book. A knight with dark armor brings her down the stairs, and you know. Now, it's probably the knight that helped us. I don't know. We also could attack a seal, but probably hurts us and still gets thrown away, and Marisi still gets the same thing. Now, we're going to disguise it. And with disguise it, I mean the thing, or the thing underneath the cloak. The brother of Marisi. So let's disguise it. You cast a quick spell just before a seal's experiment is revealed. Instead of the abomination described in the journal, Marisi's sibling is standing before her, sheeted in a warm blue glow. Sister, this one thanks you for all you have done. But this one cannot stay. This one simply wished to say goodbye, and to tell you that all will be well in time. Stay strong, sister. Goodbye. Marisi collapses in sobs, and her figure of her sibling dissolves into a blue mist and vanishes. Using the feeling of nothingness, you allow it to engulf you again. Now, let's go focus. As the world takes form a final time, you can recognize the college. But shortly before it solidifies, you hear Rihanna saying, "Uh-oh, don't panic, but we have a problem. Everything will be okay. Just descends before you cracks and shatters like glass." You have a very bad feeling about this. Now we're going to wake up to where we have to fight Marisi's worst nightmare. Now I'm going to quickly conjure up a monster here. Just I can have two. Oh, that's nice. I don't know how I can do that. Now I have no clue what this is. I think this is a second seal fight, but not as powerful as the first time we had it. So I don't know what is happening to my sting. Now I think it was another seal.
Well, that was quite a show, wasn't it?
But with armor on, so yeah, and a little bit easier. Okay, that was horrible. Whoever created that spell was a monster.
Maybe. But it wouldn't be the first time you've put yourself in danger for your kitten, is it?
I never used this
You
by
did a
lock,
good
by the
job,
way.
though. She'll probably sleep a bit sounder. It was an intriguing experience. Maybe I'll start to study this spell in detail. Good luck for both of you.
Now, I'm actually not going to speak with Marisi because he's naked.
You need to leave.
If you could fucking move. So,
You need to leave.
I'm going,
You need to leave.
oh, shut up. I'm going outside of this to Skyrim. She will have her clothes back on and then we're going to talk with her. Now, we're back out. Now, yeah, there she is. And she's still naked. Why?
Her head feels funny.
You should be feeling fine. Are you okay?
She thinks so. She doesn't really understand what you did. But she's... Hey. Ah, yes. Marisi feels so relieved now. As if spent a few days in a big cozy bed. Ah, you know, she thanks you. You did so much and always is by your side. She dreamed that, she must thank Ryan too. She were helping too, yes? And now let's run to the tavern and celebrate. This time you lead the way.
Okay, so we completed that quest. And that was, I think, the final quest for the mods for Marisi. I'm actually not going to look at her for a moment because she's still naked. So I hope you like this quest mod. I have now done 12 parts. So I hope this is the last quest in her quest line. I don't know. I have not done much more of her. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be Darkwolf now. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Whee! I died.